Tavex, purity becoming one. Tavex, purity becoming one. Tavex. It's the new Yesh from Israel. Here on Island 2. This video is, I could say, almost unexpected. I had some type of things in my mind, but I didn't think I was going to just do it tonight but I'm like, why wait? And so I'm doing it. I'm doing it in the power of the Most High. The Most High's law school on hate. We got to watch what we say. We got to watch what we say biblically. Let's go. Tavex, purity becoming one. The Most High's law school on hate. Throughout the video, I'm going to use abhor. But, some Gentiles that may watch, oh, he's about hate. Nah. We're reading the law. J.D. Israel. Tavex, purity becoming one. Purity becoming one. Tavex, purity becoming one. The Most High's law school on hate. Anuha in the house. Tavex, purity becoming one. The Most High's law school on hate. And Danny Armstead. Tavex, purity becoming one. Tavex. I'm going to be using the word abhor a lot in exchange for hate. So the computer, or the algorithms, or the analytics, hey, he's talking about hate. Let's see who he is. No, I'm reading the law. This is a Torah and Tanakh Israelite channel. A Torah and Tanakh. That means the law and the Naveen and Ketuvim. So I am studying an aspect of the law. I'm teaching an aspect of the law. And we cannot not teach it or, go over it because, the system, the AI, the computers, they're going to say we can't talk. Well, throughout this video, I may not use the word hate as much. I'm just going to use abhor, which means the same thing, and, you'll see. It's really not scripted. This is my video. Not tonight. Maybe tomorrow. I'll write it into my notebooks as a video. I wanted to get it out, and we'll wait. We're at 2 minutes 44 seconds. Let's wait. Let's see if anybody else comes in the room. And before this video, I'm going to share a quick thing that occurred. Young King in the house. Tavex, purity becoming one. Purity becoming one in Tavex. We're at 3 minutes. Let's give him like 7 minutes. This is a late one. I wasn't planning to do it. I had just ideas of something. I wasn't planning to do it, but why wait? Okay, we're at 4 minutes, 15 seconds. I'm happy you guys made it in. I know this is a weekday. I know people are working and doing their thing. I appreciate you guys coming in the room. June is going by quick. It's the 12th already. It's Monday. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Okay. Four minutes, 55 seconds. You start at 7 minutes flat. Because I don't give any notifications. That's the only reason why I wait before I do the video, because if I start the video off at 1, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, then people start falling in and I got to repeat and try not to do that. Try not to do that. The Most High's Law School on Hate. And you know what? In all my video titles, where I write the title down when I'm setting up the video on YouTube, then the second line is description. I'm going to try to remember, because I like the term. I discussed it with somebody yesterday. The Hebrew on the Island to Law School of the Most High, because this is class is in session. So I consider my channel satellite law school of the main law school, which is the Most High, which was the main law school. He put his law school right here in this Tanakh. So I'm a satellite law school. And nobody has that name type of title. It's not my name. If this was years ago, maybe I would have named my YouTube channel the Law School of the Most High. So I'm going to say it now like i.s.u.p.k, because I like it. I'm putting my description all the time. The Hebrew on the Island 2 Satellite Law School, the Law School of the Most High. Because what are we doing? We focus on the law. It's a school, not a school of, it can be a school of hard knocks too if you don't keep the law. But all right, we're almost 7 minutes. We're almost 7 minutes. And I will begin. Okay, keeping my promise, 7 minutes. Okay, let me give a shout out to Anuha, i.s.u.p.k, Glory 8, i.s.u.p.k, Young King, i.s.u.p.k, Danny Armstead, i.s.u.p.k, Biblically Vestical, i.s.u.p.k, JD Israel, i.s.u.p.k. All right, let's get it rocking and rolling. The Most High's Law School on Hate. And I'm just going to let some of you guys that may be on this channel right now, but are not typing, so I can't see you. I see you at the end when I in stream and upload. I see how many people came on. So for you guys out there, anybody that got ADD, you start scratching, because I'm going to read 2 chapters, and I'm going to read them. One is short though. The Most High's Law School on Hate. Okay, I'm going to read. I want to read I want to read them because you want to get the backdrop. I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of Israelites are very busy, and if people are honest, there's not a lot of reading going on. There's not a lot of studying going on. So when you watch my videos, the Hebrew on the Island to Law School of the Most High, when you watch my channel, this is your opportunity to at least soak in, embrace some of the scripture that you're not reading on your own. So I'm like an adjunct to you. So don't get itchy, ADD, like, oh, he's reading again. Don't do it. Listen, we're living in crazy times. Yo, the smoke in New York City and all that, and then the bees and all this is, listen, start liking this. Start loving this. Start being devoted. And stay. If you're not in it already, I'm telling you to enroll in the Most High's Law School. And you can join my satellite law school, which is called Hebrew on the Island 2. Hebrew on the Island 2 Law School of Torah and Tanakh. 2 Chronicles 18. I can get right to the point, but I want, this is how it says in Daniel 12:3, I say it all the time. Those that gain of wisdom shine as bright as the firmament. Those that turn people to righteousness shine as bright as the stars forever. But how are you going to gain wisdom if you're not reading on your own? You're not listening to Hebrew on the Island 2 Law School of Torah and Tanakh. If you're not listening to it, how are you going to grow and achieve that shining like the firmament? We're coming to the end. What are you wasting time for? Because all you people wasting time and really don't have your sleeves rolled up by now, you're gonna have something awaiting for you that you're not gonna like, and it's irreversible. Second Chronicles chapter 18. So Jehoshaphat had wealth and honor in abundance, and he allied himself by marriage to Ahab. After some years had passed, he came to visit Ahab at Samaria. Ahab slaughtered sheep and oxen in abundance for him and for the people with him, and persuaded him to march against Ramoth Gilead. King Ahab of Israel said to King Jehoshaphat of Judah, "Will you accompany me to Ramoth Gilead?" He answered, "I will." Remember that. He said, "I will." He answered him, "I will do what you do." Remember that too. I will do what you do. My troops shall be your troops and shall accompany you in battle. Jehoshaphat then said to the king of Israel, "But first inquire of the Lord." So the king of Israel gathered the prophets from 400 men and asked them, "Shall I march upon Ramoth Gilead for battle, or shall I not march?" They said, "and God will deliver it into the king's hand." Then Jehoshaphat asked, "Is there not another prophet of the Lord here through whom we can inquire?" And the king of Israel answered Jehoshaphat, "There is one more man, though whom we can inquire of the Lord, but I hate him, because he never prophesies anything good for me, but always misfortune. He is Micaiah, son of Imlah." Jehoshaphat replied, "Let the king not say such a thing." So the king of Israel summoned an officer and said, "Bring Micaiah, son of Imlah, at once." The king of Israel and King Jehoshaphat of Judah, wearing their robes, were seated on their thrones situated in the threshing floor at the entrance of the gate of Samaria. And all the prophets were prophesying before them. Zedekiah, son of Canaan, had provided himself with iron horns, and he said, "Thus saith the Lord, with these you shall gore the Armenians till you make an end of them." All the other prophets were prophesying similarly. "March against Ramoth Gilead and be victorious. The Lord will deliver it into your majesty's hands." The messenger who had gone to summon Micaiah said to him, "Look, the words of the prophets are unanimous, favorable to the king. Let your word be like that of the rest of them. Speak a favorable word by the life of the Lord." Micaiah said, "I will speak only what my God tells me." When he came before the king said to him, "Micaiah, shall we march against Ramoth Gilead for battle, or shall we not?" He answered him, "March and be victorious. They will be delivered into your hands." The king said to him, "How many times must I endure you to tell me nothing but the truth in the name of the Lord?" Then he said, "I saw all Israel scattered over the hills like sheep without a shepherd. And the Lord said, These have no master. Let everyone return to his home in safety." The king of Israel said to Jehoshaphat, "Did I not tell you that he would not prophesy good fortune for me, but only misfortune?" Then Micaiah said, "Indeed, hear now the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord seated upon his throne, with all the hosts of heaven standing in attendance, to the right and to the left of him. The Lord asked, Who will entice King Ahab of Israel, so that he will march and fall at Ramoth Gilead?" Then one said this, and another said that, until a certain spirit came forward and stood before the Lord and said, "I will entice him." "How?" said the Lord to him. And he replied, "I will go forth and become a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets." Then he said, "You will entice with success. Go forth and do it." Thus the Lord has put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these prophets of yours, for the Lord has decreed misfortune for you. Thereupon Zedekiah, son of Chinah, came up and struck Micaiah on the cheek and exclaimed, However did the Spirit of the Lord pass from me to speak with you? Micaiah replied, You will see on that day when you try to hide in the innermost room. Then the king of Israel said, Take Micaiah and turn him over to Amon, the governor of the city, and to the prince Joash, and say, The king's orders are, Put this fellow in prison, and let his fare be scant bread and scant water until I come home safe. To which Micaiah retorted, If you ever come home safe. The Lord has not spoken through me. He said further, Listen, all you people. The king of Israel and the king of Jehoshaphat of Judah marched against Ramoth Gilead. The king of Israel said to Jehoshaphat, I will disguise myself and go into battle, but you wear your robes. So the king of Israel disguised himself, and they went into battle. The king of Aram had given these instructions to his chariot officers: Do not attack anyone small or great, except the king of Israel. When the chariot officers saw Jehoshaphat, whom they took for the king of Israel, they wheeled around to attack him. And Jehoshaphat cried out, and the Lord helped him, and God diverted them from him. And when the chariot officers realized that he was not the king of Israel, they gave up the pursuit. Then a man drew his bow at random and hit the king of Israel between the plates of the armor. And he said to his charioteer, Turn around and get me behind the lines. I am wounded. The battle raged all day long, and the king remained propped up in the chariot facing Aram until dusk. He died as the sun was setting. Remember what Jehoshaphat did? He aligned himself with King Ahab. Now I'm going to read 2 Chronicles 19. It's going to be shorter, so it'll be less itching. 2 Chronicles 19. King Jehoshaphat of Judah returned safely to his palace to Jerusalem. Jehu, son of Hanani, the seer, went out to meet King Jehoshaphat and said to him, Should one give aid to the wicked and befriend those who hate the Lord? For this wrath is upon you from the Lord. However, there is some good in you, for you have purged the land of sacred posts and have dedicated yourself to worship God. Let me read that again. This is why I named it. This is why I named this video The Most High's Law School on Hate. King Jehoshaphat of Judah returned safely to his palace, to Jerusalem. Jehu, son of Hanani, the seer, went out to meet King Jehoshaphat and said to him, Should one give aid? Listen. Should one give aid in any type of manner, Hebrew? Should one give aid to the wicked and befriend those who hate the Lord? For this wrath is upon you from the Lord. However, there is some good in you, for you have purged the land of the sacred post and have dedicated yourselves to worship God. Jehoshaphat remained in Jerusalem a while and then went out among the people from Beersheba to the hill country of Ephraim. He brought them back to the Lord God of their fathers. He appointed judges in the land in the fortified towns of Judah. In each and every town, he charged the judges, Consider what you are doing. For you judge not on behalf of man, but on behalf of the Lord, and he is with you when you pass judgment. Now let the dread of the Lord be upon you. Act with care. Israelite, I'm telling you to act with care. This is the ensample of what we have to follow. This is our law and order book. Now let the dread of the Lord be upon you and act with care, for there is no injustice or favoritism or bribe taken with the Lord of our God. Jehoshaphat also appointed in Jerusalem some Levites and priests and heads of the clans of Israelites for rendering judgment in matters of the Lord and for disputes. Then they returned to Jerusalem. He charged them, This is how you shall act. Israelite, this is how you should act. Israelites, this is how you should act in fear of the Lord, with fidelity and with whole heart. When a dispute comes before you from your brothers living in their towns, whether about homicide or about rituals, laws, or rules, you must instruct them so that they do not incur guilt before the Lord and wrath be upon you and your brothers. Act so Act so, and you will not incur guilt. See, Amareth, the chief priest, is over you in all cases concerning the Lord, and Zebadiah, son of Ishmael, is the commander of the house of Judah in all the case concerning the king. The Levitical officials are at your disposal. Act with resolve, and the Lord be with the good. Act with care, Israelite. Act with care. Should one give aid to the wicked and befriend those who hate the Most High? This is why I'm reading to you 2 Chronicles 18 and 2 Chronicles 19. Act with care. Should one give aid to the wicked? And I'm putting this in, whether it's father, mother, son, cousin, auntie, Uncle Ruckus, whoever it is, your your friend at your job, your neighbor, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, guy in front of you, the lady Karen behind you. Should one give aid to the wicked and befriend those who hate the Lord? For this wrath is upon you from the Lord. For the befriendment, for the aid, for the befriending or the aiding of those who hate the Most High, the wicked, wrath comes upon you. Take care to do the right thing. Don't try to be politically correct. Oh, well, are you on the Most High side? Or are you on your side and you're kumbaya in with the world? Here at Hebrew on the Island too, in the Hebrew Island Law School of the Most High, Torah and Tanakh, I want to be on the Most High side. So I'm going to take with care and not give aid, support, or befriend the ones who hate the Most High. And there's all different type of hates. So don't say, oh, I just hate them. No, they hate them in actions, in their lives, and what they say and what they do, and how they live. They don't have to say a word. Leviticus, take heed, take care. Aiding and befriending, the law is going to tell you that the wrath is going to come upon you. What side are you on? We're in the last quarter of this earth history. Leviticus chapter 20. Leviticus chapter 20. This is the Hebrew on the Island 2 Law School of Torah and Tanakh of the Most High. Leviticus chapter 20, verses 22 and 23. Leviticus chapter 20, verses 22 and 23. You shall faithfully observe all the laws and all my regulations. All right, so I just read you in 2 Chronicles where it said, the wrath of the Lord went to King Jehoshaphat because he aided and he befriended Ahab. And Ahab is an Israelite. He's from the kingdom of Israel. But he still is wicked. And in his actions, he hates the Most High by not listening to him. So it doesn't matter whether you're a heathen Gentile. You could be a heathen Gentile or a Hebrew Israelite or Eberite. That's just a perfect example. Say, oh, I'm just going to hate the heathens or I'm just going to abhor heathens. No. It's not what it's saying. Leviticus chapter 20, verses 22 and 23. You shall faithfully observe all my laws and all my regulations, lest the land to which I bring you to settle in spew you out. You shall not, you shall not, you shall not, you shall not, you shall not follow the practices of the nation that I am driving out before you. For it is because they did all these things that I abhor. Abhor means hate. That I abhor them. The Most High says he hates them. Oh, he just hates the people in Leviticus 20 back in the day. No, Most High changes not. He hates the modern heathen Gentiles and wicked Hebrew Israelites. Still the same. It's nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. He said, I change not, and Israel has not ceased to be. I change not. You shall not follow the practices of the nation that I'm driving out before you. Isn't he driving to bringing crazy chemicalized smoke to New York area, stinging bees, plagues, and you shall not follow the practices of the nations that I'm driving out before you, for it is because they did all these things that I abhor them, I hate them, and said to you. Let me give you the definition of abhor. If, just to bring some clarity, just in case maybe you still don't even know what abhor means, even though I tell you it means hate. It means also to detest, to loathe, to despise, abominate, regard with disgust, recoil from, feel hostility to, find intolerable. Those are the other nations. When they hate the Most High, that means they're not law keepers. And Most High says he hates them, but he uses the word abhor them. I'm not saying, don't get mad with me. I'm reading from Leviticus chapter 20. Read it. Whoever's listening or spies, oh, he's talking about hate. No, I'm not. It's right here, Leviticus chapter 20. I'm reading the scripture. And we are the Hebrew Israelites, which are only the Negroes who have been scattered to the four corners of this flat earth, who only suffer the curses of Deuteronomy 28 and Leviticus 26. There's no other people group on this earth that suffer those forever curses. And we're almost coming out of the curses. And it's going to be a reversal very soon. I don't know when, but it's on the horizon. Let me give you a quick example before I go on. I'm only going on not for too much longer. You know, the day before I made a video, and a heathen Gentile from the J.S. persuasion comes on all the time. He brings his friends. He goes, SLC 24A5, come into the room with me and help disrupt the class, the Hebrew on the Island Law School Torah Tanakh class. Let's disrupt it. Come in, help me. Say NI space GG space ER and say a whole bunch of other things about sugar in the tank people and transformer cars and stuff like that. Rainbows and stuff like that. And get them mad, disrupt. Well, he came on, not this video, the video last, he came on doing what he does. And then he even took my avatar and my name and made his name, made another account and started saying NIGGG. And you know what I said? Now that's wickedness. You just heard, do not befriend or aid people that hate the Most High, who are outrightly wicked, and you find out by them being non-law keepers. He said, take care, for the wrath of the Most High will be upon you. Like he put it upon Jehoshaphat, but Jehoshaphat wasn't totally off kilter. He said, I did some good stuff and I want to continue. And, he got some of the smoke taken from him. Take care. So that guy, when he's doing his demon work, sorcery on the channel, when I was live doing a Hebrew law school video, Torah Tanakh law school video, I said to some of the people, I know one person did it. I don't know if a whole bunch of people did it, but he was very nasty. And I said, I hope your grandmother, great grandmother, falls down a whole bunch of stairs. And then I said some other not too nice things to him. Listen, you can't be nicey nice. They don't know what nice is. You got to be exactly how I am to these demons. They don't understand nothing else. You could think you could bring Fruit Loops and Twizzlers and dandelions to them, and they're gonna spew fire on you. That's not gonna work. You got to bring lava onto them. You got to bring more power to them. Don't bring weakness. Bring strength. So I said that to him. I says, well, I hope your grandmother, great-grandmother, falls down many flights of stairs. You demon. Because I'm not coming to bother you. You're bothering me and all these people on the live chat, trying to disturb our Hebrew on the Island to Torah law school. For nothing. We're not coming to your channels or bothering you or writing you. You're bothering us, coming on here, sending me nasty emails and so forth and so on. So I said that to him. And I know one person prayed against him. I said to the people that were listening, I said, pray against that demon. Pray devastation on that demon or something. I know one person prayed. Nobody else told me they prayed. But then guess what? The very next day, I got an email from that demon. I wasn't going to read it, but someone said I read it. And you know what he did? He was apologizing. Praise the Most High. The Most High works in mysterious ways. He apologized. He said, listen, I'm sorry. I just get mad because my family comes from Poland, and I don't feel that you guys are the people of the Most High, and you're trying to impersonate us. But I apologize. I won't use your Hebrew on the Island 2 avatar anymore, and I won't bother you. That's what he said in the email. I sent it to some people. That was the very next day. Prayer, the Most High is with us. Not all the time in the time that we want, but it's the right time. So I prayed and said, I hope your grandmother falls down many flights of stairs. And then I told the people, pray against that nigga. And then the very next day, he's sending me an apology. And he says, I don't want to bother you no more. Now, I'm not going to say he'll, because, he's a demon. And guess what? I'm not going to befriend him because I just read 2 Chronicles 18, 2 Chronicles 19, Leviticus chapter 20. And I'm going to read a couple more. I'm not going to, he said he's sorry. Like, Negroes are so weak. You give in too easy. Oh, he said he's sorry. Let's be his friend. Nope. I'm not going to befriend him. I'm going to follow the ensamples that are in my law and history book. This book is only for Negro, Hebrew, and Eberites. Law keepers. It's not for the general world population. They think it is, but they're going to find out at the end it's not. Isaiah 45, he said, I only dwell in the midst of Israel. He said, I'm only the God of the Israelites. How more plain can you get? Amos 3 said, out of all the families of the earth, only Israel have I known. Joel chapter 2, he said, I only dwell in the midst of Israel. Numbers 35, 34, he said, I dwell only amongst the children of Israel. This is our law and history book, not those fake J-ish people with the pale skin and the funny hats. They're not the people. Just read Genesis chapter 10. They are the sons of Gomer, which is the son of Japheth, and his son is Ashkenaz. And they're called the Ashkenazis. We are the people. We're the only people on the planet who live out the curses of Deuteronomy 20 and Leviticus 26 every single day. My whole life, and I know it's all your life too. Okay. Take care, for the wrath of the Most High come upon you, for aiding and befriending the wicked and the ones that hate the Most High. And the wicked are the ones who hate the Most High. They're lawless and say they're thumbing their nose at. Remember, there was a comedian, and he's a Negro guy. That's why don't differentiate and go, well, it's just the heathen Gentiles I'm going to abhor. Remember, abhor means hate. Let's just say abhor. Abhor. Oh no. It's Israel too. It's Hebrew Israelites too that are wicked. Don't aid them. Don't befriend them. But if the Most High puts it on your heart to forgive, of course, forgive them. But those heathen Gentiles, not. But if the Most High puts on your heart to forgive them too, then of course. But His word is firm, you know. Okay, let me go to Psalm. Who likes the Hebrew Israelite Law School of Torah and Tanakh? Who likes this school? I like this school. I'm gonna check in every time this Hebrew on Island 2 comes out. I love Hebrew on Island 2 Law School. Oh God, I'm flipping. Psalm 7, 11 to 13. I look to God to shield me, the deliverer of the upright. God vindicates the righteous. God pronounces doom each day. If one does not turn back, but with his word, bend his bow and aim it. Then against himself he readies deadly weapons and makes his arrows sharp. See, he hatches evil, conceives mischief, and gives birth to fraud. He has put a pit. It's talking about, no, you know what I read? Hold on, wait. I read, I read the wrong part. I'm sorry. Psalm 7:10. Let the evil of the wicked come to an end, but no, that's not it either. Yeah, Judge. See, I'm used to studying. I'm used to studying. Hold on, wait. I'm used to studying, like, I have in my mind from when I was a Messianic Hebrew, and the KJV has different writing. Hold on. All right, you know what? It's worded a little different. I'm going to skip over that one. All right, hold on. Bear with me. Remember, I'm just doing this off the cuff. Espera. Psalm 11:5. The Lord seeks out the righteous man, but loathes the wicked ones who loves injustice. That means the Lord, the Lord seeks out the righteous man, but He hates the wicked ones. So, are you going to aid and befriend the ones that the Most High say are wicked? Are you going to aid them? Are you going to befriend them? Remember what happened to Jehoshaphat, King Jehoshaphat, in 2 Chronicles 19. The seer came to him and said, hey, you aid and befriend the one that hates the Creator? The wrath of the Most High is coming upon you. Take care, Israelite. Take care. We're living in the last quarter. You want to be as close to the law as possible. Don't try to be popular. That's the problem with a lot of you guys. You want to be popular. I want to be fair. I don't want to be like the heathens, Gentiles. Psalm 5:5. In the KJV, it says the Most High hates the sin and the sinner. But in the Tanakh, Psalm 5:5 says, for you are not a God who desires wickedness. Evil cannot abide with you. Wanton men cannot endure in your sight. You detest all evildoers. when you come to somebody in your life, friend, foe, family, neighbor, co-worker, you be an actor or an actress. Put on a face when you're at your job. You got to act a certain way because you have to get through the job. You don't want to get fired. You need your paycheck, etc. But in the inwards, keep that in the forefront of your mind, that the Most High detests all evildoers. So should you aid them? Should you befriend them like King Jehoshaphat aided and befriended King Ahab, who hates the Most High, even though he's an Israelite, because hatred is being disobedient. 1 Samuel 15, for rebellion is as witchcraft. When they rebel against his law, they hate him. They're witches and warlocks. You can't go around thinking, oh, I hate that. I abhor this nigga. Nah, just be regular. Hate him inside. They trip, fall, walk right by. Hey, but listen, I'm going to give you an example. I went to get one of my scooters. The throttle was broke, anyway. So I went to the store in the town. I asked the guy, yo, give me the number to the scooter repair guy that you use, that he can fix all electronics and stuff. I went by his house. And his house got all scooters and skateboards, electric stuff and all that stuff like that. And then, he has a scooter too. We drove on the streets. It's fun, and to the Malecone and stuff like that. It's where the water meets the land, and they drink and all that. But it's not drinking like in America where they're getting drunk, fighting and shooting. None of that. It's families and stuff. So while we're there, we're drinking coconut water. I brought him a coconut water right from a coconut. Ice, drink it out, right? Then he started telling me crazy stuff. He said, remember, I don't know him. I just got his number from the store where I buy my little phone things, get my computer fixed and whatever. I said, yo, do you know anybody? So I don't know him. But when I went to his house, he repaired my scooter. I had to come back the next day. So I'm just like going to a regular repair guy. You don't know him. I don't know him. And I'm just being nice, just normal. So then when he gave me the scooter, I paid him. He thought I was going to leave because I didn't move my truck. And he said, what are you going to do? I said, well, I'm going to ride. It's night. It's cool. I'm going to ride my scooter from your house to the Malecone. I'm going to buy one cocoa water, sit down for a few minutes, and ride back. That'll be my night activity because I don't really do too much of other stuff. So he said to me, yo, I got a scooter upstairs. I love riding. I'll ride with you. So remember, I don't know him. I'm like, yeah, okay, no problem. Yeah, go. So we're driving. We go there. It was fun. I had fun driving there. Parked. I bought him a coconut water. And then he started talking to me. He says, well, what do you do? And I started telling him. I didn't bother telling him, I'm a Koheleth or anything like that. Just talking general talk, because sometimes you don't have to go in detail with, heathen Gentiles and stuff like that. So, then the word out of his mouth, he said, I love lesbians. I love to have 4 of them in the bed with me. It's like crazy stuff. I'm like, what? And, he looked at me and said, why are you surprised? I said, I don't like lesbians. Okay, let me change it. I abhor lesbians and transformers and anybody that's wicked. I'm not trying to say I'm perfect, but I strive to keep the law. If you're striving to keep the law, you're on the side of righteousness. I ain't saying perfect, but on the side of righteousness. Why would I want to be on the side of wickedness? It says that in Leviticus 22, man should not be with man, women should not be with women. And he said, yeah, but I'm with 4 of them. And they're going to be with me, and I'm going to do things to them and stuff. And I've been just shocked. Remember, I don't know that guy. And he was like, I'm just listening to him. And he said, well, you don't like it? I said, no, I don't do stuff like that. And then he said to me, listen, it was humorous to me because they are shocking ears. But, I said to him, I was like, he kept talking, but he realized that, I'm not doing nothing like that or hearing nothing like that or whatever. I didn't expect it. If I knew that, I wouldn't have went out with him. But how would I know? But I should know to a little bit. Majority of people are wicked on the earth. That's my fault. Stupid Eddie. Stupid and new. Yes, so, so I got confronted with that. Then, I changed the subject. He started telling me he raises carps and fish to sell and all that stuff like that. He said, do you want to go see? I said, nah. I said, anyway, when we're done with this water, let's head back. So we head back. I had fun riding, whatever. And then he said to me, he said, yo, it was fun having you. He said, because I don't have that many friends. And, and then you like what I like. And I was saying in my head, no, I don't. But, I don't have to, you don't have to say everything. So I said, nah, I really don't. In my head, nah, I don't. me and you are polar opposites. That's what I'm saying while he's talking to me. And he said, shaking my hand, he's like, yo, like whenever you want, we could ride again. And maybe we can get a scooter riding club in this town. I was like, all right, I see you. Thanks for fixing this. And he said, yeah, call me and whatever. And I got in the car. I think I called that nigga. And he called me a couple times, but he got it where he sees I don't respond back to him. Remember King Jehoshaphat in 2 Chronicles 19, when the seer told him after he aided and befriended King Ahab, who is a known wicked demon. Doesn't matter whether he's a Hebrew or Hebrew Israelite, Hebrewite. He's a known wicked demon. And King Jehoshaphat seer said to him when everything is said and done, he said, yo, you aided and befriended somebody that hates the Most High. So wrath is going to come upon you. See, you guys, we got to start taking this thing a little bit more serious, especially in the time that we're in right now. Now, listen, what I'm talking to you, remember, everything is with balance. Don't go out as soon as you live in an apartment building and the neighbor upstairs, fuck you, nigga. No, just be normal. You can act and feel away without saying nothing to nobody. You can excuse yourself from situations and people, easy, and be polite. You can, like they say, kill them with kindness. You can be the best actor and actress. People at your job, your boss, they're a demon witch. How you doing? Oh, well, that's lying. No, it's not. Not to them. They not to them. How you doing? And then you end that sentence in your mind, you demon, and you walk away. How was your day? You end the sentence in your mind, demon, warlock. I hate you. I abhor you. And walk away. Hey, how was your day? I hate that nigga. He's so wicked. Bye. Some you could just even outrightly do it. I'm not saying doing that because some of you guys will take it probably to the next level. No, you don't have to do it. Look at me. I excused myself from that guy without even telling him. All I had to do is not answer his phone. I think he called me twice. I didn't answer twice. So he ain't called me no more. All right. Listen, anyway. Sorry. No, I went off, but that's okay. We're going to be almost done. Almost done. Sometimes little true stories helps to solidify a point. Psalm 141, verse 4. Let my mind not turn to evil things, to practice deeds of wickedness with men who are evildoers. Let me not feast on their dainties. Let me read that again. Psalm 141, verse 4. Let my mind not turn to an evil thing, to practice deeds of wickedness with men who are evildoers. Let me not feast on their dainties. That was me with the scooter repair guy, not knowing his mind nature. I know he's lawless in his mind, but he goes to heights, which I didn't know. I found out when I'm drinking coconut water with him. Let my mind not turn to an evil thing, to practice deeds of wickedness with men who are evildoers, or with women who are evildoers. Avoid them. And you don't have to go, fuck you, just Maybe next time. And, maybe always means maybe yes, maybe no. So you're not lying. Maybe yes, maybe. Hey, can you come back? Yeah, maybe I could. Maybe another day. Maybe means maybe yes, maybe no. And of course, in your mind, you're going to say, well, I'm going to be, my choice is the maybe no side. I'm not going to pick the maybe yes side. But you don't have to tell them that. You don't have to tell everything. Like with your kids, you say, okay, we're going out. You don't have to say, we're going out to the dentist. I don't want to tell you because if you're going to be crying the whole way to the dentist, you'll find out when you get there. You don't have to tell people everything. Remember, with balance, everything. Hold on. I've got one more and I'm going to call it quits. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you coming out with me on this late night, but hopefully this was edifying to you as it was with me. Hold on. Hold on. Let me just read a little bit. Malachi 3. I said, listen, you rulers of Jacob, you chiefs of the house of Israel, for you ought to know what is right. And it's a perfect ending in the Hebrew on the Island 2 Law School of Torah and Tanakh. That's my second title. Malachi 3. I said, listen, you rulers of Jacob, you chief of the house of Israel, for you ought to know what is right. But you hate good and love evil. You have devoured my people's flesh. And that's the problem with Israel right now. And the Most High wants you and me to warn them. I'm warning them by this. You love evil, you hate good. Don't aid or befriend the wicked who hate the Most High. And they don't have to say they hate the Most High. In their lives, they do. Remember, you can do things with balance. You can do things with balance, but, just have the Most High lead you with this knowledge and apply it to your life. This is New Yesh from Israel. Hebrew on the Island 2. Also, this is Hebrew on the Island 2, Law School of Torah and Tanakh. Now, let me read these comments if there's any, and I don't think there's no comments. And we'll call it quits. Again, I thank you all for coming to the room. We here at Hebrew on the Island 2 and the Hebrew on the Island 2 Law School of Torah and Tanakh. We have 588 videos to date. Very good. CC Chi, great to have you in the house. When I upload Watch What You Miss, aiding comes in trying to soften the punishment dished out. I've seen people get the wrath by helping thieves and not bringing correction. Correct. Teach, brother, keep in mind that illegal immigrants are not subject to rental laws, so they can squat at your home. All praise to the Most High. Anuha, I enjoy the Hebrew on the Island Law School. All praise to the Most High. I like that. That's good. I'm going to say that in all my videos. I like that title. Yes, it is indeed much needed for me, at least. Tavex late, still at work, got stuck on the machine and just got off. Watch What You Miss, King David 144. What chapter and books the story is from? 2nd Chronicles 18 and 2nd Chronicles 19. Cain Wise, Koheleth, Psalm 5:4. Okay. Tavex, purely becoming one. It's great with you. Hopefully this was edifying. Until next time.